Hello everyone, welcome to Boxing Bants, home of Irish boxing. Hope everyone's keeping well in this current situation. One thing, obviously one positive I can say is that obviously we've been blessed with some lovely weather, but yeah, as I am, probably like all these, are trying to keep myself busy. Person I'm going to be interviewing today is Darragh Foleys. So I'm sure many of you that have been to MTK shows know Darragh. Originally from Blanchardstown, Darragh has lived over the last, I would say, 7-8 years in Australia, as far as I understand, and pretty much started his professional career out there, but has been a fighter for MTK Global now over the last few years. And you might know him from his fight against Jenkins, where they drew. Also fought the likes of Mckenna and whatnot, and also our very own Declan Geraghty has expressed his interest in the fight. So so I'm going to have a chat to Darragh now. So please welcome Darragh Foleys. So in terms of how's it over there? Are you in isolation or what are you doing at the moment?
Well, I just had to nip over to the shops there, the supermarket, to get something for dinner. So you can walk around and all that. There's no, within 2 kilometres you're allowed out to exercise, but it's just obviously the cafes and restaurants and all that, all the pubs are shut. You get a takeaway coffee and that, and gyms are closed, shopping centres are closed. So I don't think it's as bad as Ireland with the lockdown, but it's then it's not as serious as Ireland did. I think we haven't had half as many cases or deaths around like that, you know.
No. How's it doing? How's it for you for work and whatnot? Because I know, obviously, a lot of Irish over there that work in bars and construction, they're kind of having to come home. What's the situation for you?
Yeah, it's a bit. I train out in the gym. I train people like boxing, one-on-ones.
Yeah.
So obviously with the gym being shut, it's a bit of a pain in the arse. But look, we just gotta get through, man. It's the same with everyone. Everyone's in the same boat, So
yeah.
Hopefully it all blows over soon enough. I know. I was just looking at the news before we left, and they were saying that these restrictions are going to be lifted hopefully in 4 weeks' time, because in New South Wales last night overnight there was only, I don't know what Ireland's cases are there was only 11 cases or something, so 51 deaths in the whole of Australia. So we ain't doing too bad when you compare it to the UK and Ireland and that, I don't think. What's Ireland at?
Let me just think now. Ireland's at a good few. I think we had that many deaths in one day, 11 deaths, as far as I understand. But no, we haven't even. I don't even think we haven't even hit our peak yet. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we can't even.
The curve, all that sort of shit.
We can't even start thinking of even introducing a 5 kilometre, you know what I mean, distance until the we hit our peak and it starts to actually decline, But it's difficult for us because until there's a vaccine, do you know what I mean? It's how are you going to get things up back and running?
We're all in the same boat anyway. Hopefully, this dark cloud passes soon enough and we can all resume with life.
Yeah. So anyway, just getting straight into it. So Darragh, you're originally from Blanchardstown, aren't you? And how did you start boxing originally?
I started kind of late, probably around the age of 15, 16 years old. I was the first in my family to box. No one like grandfather or uncles, or I just always loved it. I used to remember on a Friday night sitting up late with the old man watching the old Sport Network, Frank Warren on Sky Sports. And I just always loved it. Then I went down to my local club, St. Bridget's. Went in there. They said they were full. So that put me start date back about 6 months. Eventually I started in Phibsborough. I was a bit of a club hopper. Phibsborough, then I went back to St. Bridget's, then CIE over in Inchicore, then St. Matthew's in Ballyfermot, then St. Saviour's in the city. So I hopped around a bit. But I never really took it serious. I never trained as hard as I should have. I was always too interested in going out drinking and partying and just mucking about like all teenagers, I guess, you know.
Yeah. And yeah, go on. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, as an amateur, I never done nothing, man. In the end, I think I had 11 fights as an amateur, and I won one. I won one fight as an amateur. I was nothing. I should have. That's why when I was going pro, people were probably thinking, "Geez, you're crazy," you know. But it's just testament, you know. I always knew with moving to Australia when I come out here, I was like, I never tried, man. I don't want to sound like, but I never lost the first round of a fight. I was always up, but then I just got out because I never ran as an amateur. I would train 2 or 3 times a week, you know. I never took it serious at all, man. It was just kind of fucking around, you know.
Yeah.
I guess, truth be told, I probably wanted that name as a boxer rather than putting in the hard yards to actually become a boxer. So I had unfinished business. I knew I had bags of talent. As soon as I got to Australia, I says, you know what, I'm going to give this another chance because I don't want to be fucking one of them old men sitting on a bar still saying, you know what, I could have fucking done this. So trust me, there's plenty of them about as well. But yeah, I gave it a crack. I put everything into it, you know, and here I am, you know. Some highs, some lows, but that's boxing, man. It's a crazy roller coaster.
Yeah, boxing is one of those things. It's a little bit different from every other sport. Like amateur pedigree isn't necessary. And the thing is, lads who actually have a decorated amateur career, it seems like they always go off lads as amateurs. They're like, oh yeah, well, he didn't win anything as an amateur or this or that. But boxing is the one thing where you can make yourself even with almost no amateur career. Like Curtis Woodhouse was a pro footballer till 26 in the Premier League, and he just turned over at 26 and he won a British title. So it's the one sport where you can make it even with very little experience. Craig.
That's exactly right. I remember when 2 years back on St. Patrick's Day, we flew the Canadian in. At the time, he was a North American Boxing Federation champion. I think he was number 7 with the WBA, and I was number 9 with the WBA. We had a big show here in the Star Casino in Sydney, and I bet him on points. It was a good fight. And I remember after I just happened randomly to bump into him in a bar about 4 a.m. But geez, I don't actually know how I remember this conversation, but I remember being at the bar with him, and he was like, we were watching your tapes, we just thought you were a brawler, and you went in and just boxed the hell out of me there tonight. How many amateur fights did you have? I said, you want to know? I said, I had 11. He was like, what? I boxed for the Canadian team. That's probably not even a Canadian accent, but I had fucking 70 international fights, and I had 220. I'm like, man, that doesn't count for anything, you know. And like you said, a lot of the time it is the guys that have had these mad amateur careers, you know. They kind of feel a bit entitled almost, you know. Well, I had 200 amateur fights, and it doesn't matter, man. If anything, that's just more. Obviously, it is good for your experience. Don't get me wrong, I'd be an idiot if I said it didn't. But it's a double-edged sword in the sense as well that sometimes it can put a lot of mileage on the clock. Like if you've been busting your bollocks in a fucking high performance, training every fucking day, twice a day, diet since the age of fucking 14, 15. How much you gonna have left in the tank at 30 years old? How much want are you gonna have left? You know what I mean? So I think there is a balance, and like you said, Curtis Woodhouse. There's plenty of examples out there. Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. He had no amateur fights. I know we grew up around it, but there's lots of guys. I've never actually really talked, I don't think, about this before, but yeah, 11 amateur fights and I won one. So I guess that's testament to fucking hard work and hard work, man. Hard work, you know. I used to gas out every fight, and now that's one thing I pride myself on is my fitness. You won't outlast me in a fight, you know what I mean? Because if for all else, if a guy's naturally fast and, you know, if he has that damn natural twitch muscle fibers, if he's naturally stronger than you, you know, then kids at school it would just mongo strength. Like, yeah, you can work on it, but there's nothing you can really do. With fitness, it's a level playing field. Nobody's naturally fitter than you. So I always make sure that, you know, you ain't gonna beat me in a race, in a fight, or on the bag circuit, or nothing. I'm the hardest trainer I've ever trained against, and I make sure that, you know, so.
Yeah, and like you were saying, the miles on the clock, like probably Paddy Barnes would probably be the perfect example there. Like probably one of, if not Ireland's best Irish amateur Olympian, like as a boxer, but like obviously when he turned over 30, like, you know, a lot of miles on the clock, and you can kind of see it in his fights. And it's difficult as well because in Ireland it's different when you're an amateur, because it's hard to turn over because you're getting funded, you're getting so many benefits, you know. Like Michael Conlon said, you're making 80 to 100 grand a year. You know, he paid off his house from being an amateur, and then you're turning over. Yeah, and you're turning over and you're going to making $1,000 a fight in your first 4-rounder, you know.
Yeah, it's you can see why a lot of them do stay on longer, you know.
Yeah.
And we're gonna, like you said, make a couple of grand from the first couple of fights, and you know, come away from a fight being sore, because no matter, even if you have an easy fight, then 4-5 body shots you take them to lay out schools, man, you feel them for days to come, you know what I mean?
I was speaking to someone, they said that they are nearly sure they remember seeing you fight in the novices. Did you fight in the Irish novices when you were an amateur?
Yeah, I did. I fought. I don't even think I did fight in the novices. I think I went straight into the under-21s one year. I'd done a summer in Oceania. I'd done 2 summers in a row. So I got back after 4 months. This is how stupid I used to be. Like, I got back after 4 months on the piss every single day, working over there. Trying to get people into a bar. I had about fucking 6 weeks to prepare from nothing, like. And when I mean prepare, like, kind of half-assed training. Yeah. And went in for the under-21s. Actually drew me club mate Noel Summers in the 4th round, and I lost to Noel Summers. The twins, I think it was Eamon and Noel Summers, and we had a decent little dust-up, but he bet me on points. I was just blowing out my backside, obviously, you know.
Yeah. So you moved to Australia around 2012, 2013, if I'm right. How did that come about? You just looking for, was it for work, or obviously?
Yeah, well, that was at the end of, you know, it was kind of, the recession was still on in Ireland. There was not much opportunities. I wasn't working. I was just fucking around. You know, I just wanted to get away from where I was and my environment, I guess. So the year before that, when I was in Ireland, I actually met a girl, and we started going out, who's now my wife, and she was finishing college. Yeah, funny. She was finishing college, so she said, "Wait till I'm finished and we move over together." So I mean, back then you can get visas handy, and it was kind of a trendy thing to do. You know, everyone was kind of moving over there, and I'd see their pictures on Facebook, thinking, "Fuck that! What am I doing sitting in this place, man? Freezing cold every day, cloudy, and they're off living the life down in Bondi and Coogee and all." So I said, "Yeah, I want a piece of that," and I moved over. We moved to Perth originally, which is Western Australia. Spent about a year and a half there. That's where I turned professional. I had my first 3 fights there. winning the West Australian title in my tour fight, and at that stage it was kind of, I couldn't really get any decent sparring. That's the concluded period. It's miles from everywhere, and boxing is really that big over there, you know. So I kind of outgrew it, and I knew that if I wanted to progress my career, I had to kind of get amongst it on the East Coast. So we decided to move to Sydney, and we've been there maybe 7 years now. 7 years, yeah.
So you turned over there. How did the decision come for you to turn into a pro box over there? Seeing as you said, in the amateurs, you didn't really put your effort into it. What made you want to turn into a pro boxer?
So we left Ireland in August, and then we went to we spent 3 months traveling around Asia. Obviously 3 months is a lot of time to reflect on. I was just thinking, I was only 22 at this stage, and I still knew, like, you know, when you can fight, like, even the fights that I lost, I was always like I could box. I started boxing at 15. At this stage, I had 7 years experience. I took it up easy, you know. I'm a boxing fan first and foremost. I know it inside out. So I always knew I had more to give, and like that, I was thinking, do I want to be one of these old idiots fucking sitting at a bar? So I kind of had it in the back of my mind. I says, you know what, I'm going to give this a proper crack when I get to Australia. I'll probably come up with this idea at the full mill party or something. But I said, no, I'm gonna go to Australia. I'm gonna give this a good crack, man. So when I got to Australia, I went down to this local boxing gym. I was just googling like the best gyms, boxing gyms in Perth, and the one that was coming up like on all these forums and shit is the best. Happened to be the closest one to me. It's only like 5 kilometers, and it was a professional gym as well. So I went there one day and knocked on the door. No one was there. It looked like some dungeon or something. So it's just I came back again the next day, and the door, you couldn't even see in. Like, it was this heavy metal steel door, and it just swung open. It was this big, massive geezer. He must have been about 6'5", tattoos all over him. I'd say juiced up to fucking beat the band. And I lost me tongue for a second. And then I said, yeah, mate, I'd see. I said, this is a boxing gym, yeah, I'm looking to join. He said, join? How did you find us? I said, I just was on like other box rec forums and shit like that. He's like, oh, come in then. So he brings me in, and there's about 6 boxers. It's a nice, well-equipped gym, like 6 boxers hanging around the ring. And he's like, oh, come back, talk to Craig on Monday. I think this was Friday. Like, come back at this time and have a chat with him. We usually only deal with pros, but have a chat with him and see how you go. So, and that was Craig Christian, who was one of the best trainers in Australia at that time. So I went back on Monday, knocked on the door, the big steel door swung open, same again, Craig's there, the red eyes, what are you there, what do you want? I was like, I was here with, I came down on Friday, was speaking to some other guy, so he brought me up to his office anyway, and was chatting, oh, you Irish, I used to have another Irish guy here, what was his name, the big cruiserweight from Belfast, boxed over in Australia, I can't think of his name, he said it, no, he fought under Craig for a couple of fights, and the same thing he was just asking about me, oh, so you wanna fight, yeah, how many fights you had, you know, I'm not gonna say I've had fucking 11 fights, I had about 100, yeah, it's like, oh, how'd you go, you know, win some, lose some, yeah, you can come back tomorrow, bring your, have you got a milk guard? He says, nah, I'll get one though. He says, yeah, get a milk guard and come back tomorrow. I want to see what you're about. So I was like, alright, fucking hell, 3 months after the piss league, it'll be nice and easy, you know, it'll probably fucking throw me in with someone amateur for a round or something. So I get back in, I go back the next day, and as I'm in, I already see someone in the ring, you know, warming up. And I can tell because I know boxing, I love boxing, I know all the fighters I follow. I look in, and it's fucking Chris John, the the WBA featherweight champion, who had been for like a decade at that stage, about one Manuel Marquez. And I'm thinking to myself, oh no, you're not going to do it, is he? He's saying, hey, Irish, get ready, get warm. You're in next or something. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. So he was like a week out from one of his title defences, and I got in and I ended up doing 3 rounds sparring with him. And I don't know how he even lost the 3 rounds. I was absolutely blown out of the arse. Not to mention he was a great boxer as well, but I stuck in there with him, I didn't look for a way out, or I actually done okay with him as well, I was a bit of weight on him, but and I think that just proved to me, I had a heart anyway, and he took me in there, and I was training in that camp. There was some real good boxers there. Chris John, obviously. There was Daoud Jordan, who was the ex-lightweight champion for Anthony Crawler. There was Ben Rabat, the welterweight, who nearly lost the IBF title against the guy who hadn't bet, was it Juan Lezcano or something? But Willie Kickout for Adrian Broner. So there was good fighters there, Mm-hmm. And I spent about 9 months there, from touring professional until moving down to Sydney. So that was a good experience. Very good experience, talk about being thrown in the deep end, sink or swim, and I managed to find my breaststroke pretty quick.
When did it come about that you signed with MTK Global into your career? Like, how far into them?
I signed with MTK about a month after the fight with the Canadian. So after I was the WBA Oceania champion, and he was the WBA Canadian, and it was the first time the two of them regional titles had been unified. And man, boxing, it's just it's a lot of bollocks, man. When you're involved, you can just see how murky and shadowy, and it's just what you matter. The number 10 and number 9 was fine. We was told it was going to be sort of winner goes top 3. That's what we were told. Can we get it right? No, you have our award. That's what our what was he, commissioner of whatever he was, just saying, I beat him, then in good fashion as well. I used to do that quite a bit. I'd hold guys and like try and play up to the crowd and clown and start. I don't know, man. I won't do it anymore, but I used to, I could have had a few more KOs on my record just from me just being silly and stupid, trying to put on a show. And one time, it was actually good. An old boxing fella, an English fella, who used to box when he was amateur. He says, what are you doing? He says, sometimes I want to play to the crowd. So play to the crowd. The best way of playing to the crowd is by knocking people out. It's what the crowd wants to see. Not you pretending you're rocked when you rock the guy, doing all these dances now, you know what I mean? Fucking jump on him and get him out of there. I was like, what am I doing? But you live and learn, I guess. So getting back to the point, so I won that. I went number 6 with WBA.
Stephen Wilcox, is that right?
Stephen Wilcox, that's the guy, And Tony, my old trainer, Tony, down at Bondi Boxing Club, he had me and TJ. TJ was just after winning the IBF Eliminator, so he had that coming up, and he'd been in contact with NTK. So we flew out to meet them at a meet, and me and TJ signed on. I think it was I fought Wilcox in April 08. Yeah, April 08. Oh, sorry, March 08, and I think
Paddy's Day, yeah.
That's the one, And I signed MPK the following month. 2 years now,
Yeah, and pretty much they had you straight away in big fights, and your first fight with them was with Chris Jenkins. Looking back, what do you think of that fight? Obviously, because it ended so early because of his cut, which is obviously very as we know from the Foley card, that's it's not unusual from a Chris Jenkins fight.
Yeah. Look, it was very frustrating. Especially seeing how, not that I'm jealous, man, in this game, I know how hard anybody who's a boxer trains. But seeing how Jenkins' career is kind of like moving up in weight and propelled, he's now British champion. I think one more win, he gets to keep the Lonsdale belt outright. So it's great, you know what I mean? But I would have bet Jenkins, and there's no two ways about that. I was winning. Scenario happened that he'd been caught a headbutt because he's a very front foot forward fighter. His head's always in front of his front knee. That's why he gets caught every fight. And that had went to the 5th round. And if it's from an accidental head clash, if there's not more than 4 rounds completed, anything under 4 rounds, and it's ruled technical draw. So that had went into the 5th round, and they had to stop the fight, and Akeem and his round won on points. Now at the end of the 3rd round, who was it in his corner? Gary Lockett was in his corner, in Jenkins' corner, and if you can watch it back, it's on Daily Motion on YouTube or somewhere, and he basically waves the fight off, and then they have a word with the doctor or something. The doctor has a word with the ref, and then all of a sudden the ref walks over, and no, then he rules off, but they already waved. Like, the corner had already waved the fight off. You have to wait till the doctor. You can't wave off and then call the doctor up.
Yeah.
You know, the doctor has to say he can't continue. So I think there was a little bit of skullduggery around that, you know.
Yeah.
And then obviously if I had went an extra round into the 4th round, I was winning on all 3 cards. I think I'd won every round. The WBA commissioner come over and showed us them after, showed us the scorecards. So it was very frustrating in that sense. I felt like I kind of had the rug pulled from underneath me a little bit, and I think I would have got to Jenkins. I think I would have got him out of there as well in the next round, if not the one after that. But look, fair play. Man, he's cracked on now, and he's British champion, and he seems like from all of it.
After that fight, you got another big fight in your call against Akeem Ennis Brown for the IBF European belt. And it was kind of funny. You kind of had a bit of you kind of gave Ohara Davis a bit of a scare when you walked by into the ring. Was there any beef before the fight with him?
Yeah, we've been talking shit for a while. I don't actually know how it came about. I'm trying to think back now. I just dislike the guy, man. He's an abrasive personality, and I think maybe I've done an interview or something saying that I would like to, because I fought, when did I fight Jenkins in August, and I've been kind of sitting out for a while, so I think I got an interview and I said, well, I want to make a little bit of noise, and I didn't like the way he carried himself either, Ohara Davies. Plus he was ahead of me in the rankings and all that, so I always want to shoot up, look up the ladder. But I think I said something then. He my interview saying that I'd like to fight Ohara. At that stage we were kind of ranked similarly, like 50 on box record, in and around there. I was like, I don't like him, let's make it happen. And I think that rubbed him up the wrong way, and we were going back and forth on Instagram a little bit prior to the fight. And then he came out and said that Akeem was going to smash me and he was going to walk Akeem to the ring and all that. So I was expecting a bit of antics from him, but I didn't expect for him to jump out and fucking, I don't know what he tried to do, spook me or something, or scare me on the way to the ring. That just, for me, that just shows the character of a man,
Yeah.
Like, he's a boxer, he's been in there, he's done that. After the fight, do whatever the fuck you want, man. Jump in the ring, fucking, and try to go on. You don't do that. You don't try to put a guy off on his way to the ring, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, so I ain't saying that's not why I lost anything, any excuse like that, but even, at that top level, for that little 1% to knock my concentration off, like, what's that happening there? What's this idiot done? You know what I mean? He shouldn't have done that in my book, but I guess that's the character of a man, isn't it?
What's your reflection about looking back at that fight? Like, would you?
Horrible. It was just a horrible. It was just a horrible night at the office. I was due to fly out to Boston for a 6-week training camp prior to that fight, and I think I was flying out on the Thursday, and I'd still stay in shape over here, obviously, do all my work and that. I was having my last sparring session before I flew out to Boston, and in the first round I went to throw a right rip to the body, and a guy kind of walked into it, and it just jolted my arm back, and I thought nothing of it, you know. You don't stop a spar, so I went on. It was fucking killing me. Then even in the second round, I just went to parry one of his jabs, and my arm was gone. So I went straight down to Sports Lab. That's physios who look after me. They said, something's not right here. We have to send you for an MRI straight away. So I had to drive all over Sydney. I think this place was closing at 6 o'clock. And rush hour traffic in Sydney is mental. So I'm literally going down the bus lanes, breaking speed limits. I eventually get there at 10 past 6. And they had somehow, by the look of God, had still been opened. And saying, please let me in. You want to open the door? Says, look, please, I know you want to go home. By the look of God, you're still here 10 minutes out. You should be sure. Please, can you just do this? Here's me referral, all that. So they ended up doing it. And I got an MRI on me right pectoral. And my flight was at 1 o'clock the next day, or 1:15 or something. So I had to be in the airport about 11 o'clock. And they said overnight they were going to get the results, and it would have been sent to me physio. So my physio says, look, go to the airport with all your stuff as if you're going to get on the flight, but try and hold off as long as you can until you fucking at this point, my arm's dead. I can't even lift my little 10-kilo hold all bag with my hand luggage. So I'm thinking, oh no, what am I gonna do? So I'm in the airport with a coffee, and they're saying last call for Boston. I'm like, fuck's sake. So I have to go in. I go check in, and just as I get through the security, into the food court area and all that, I'm already through customs. He rings. He's like, are you through yet? I'm like, yeah, because I told you to wait. I said, well, I couldn't wait. I would have missed the flight. He's like, what would you done? I said, I just would have went to Boston and just I don't know, tried to do whatever. I hope they healed. Fucking swam in the sea. That's why you pack your shoulder on it. But he goes, nah, you were right. I've good news and bad news. So, right, what's the bad news? He said, you have a tear. You have the tear in your pectoral minor. I said, oh fuck, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you'll still be able to fight. I said, well, I hope so, because I'm fucking through customs here now anyway. I don't fancy seeing will they let me out. But so I'd actually torn me pec the day before. So 6 weeks out of the fight, I tore me pec, which meant I couldn't punch for 3 weeks. Then I had a week of soft punching, and then only 2 weeks of sparring and kind of full contact training. And before the fight, that was me right hand. So, and then even looking in the fight, I mean, I couldn't pin him down or anything. My jab was non-existent. My right hook wasn't really there. But I'm not making any excuses. I'm just, if I was in the business of making excuses, I would have said that the day after the fight. But I just keep this shit to myself, because obviously 2 years later now, I can let it out there. But the way my perspective is, fuck, it's boxing, who's to say he didn't fucking go into that ring with his ACL or his fucking calf torn or something,
Yeah.
But I definitely wasn't kind of match fit and take nothing away from him. He's a terrible style for anyone, But looking back, maybe I don't know. Would I? Fuck, when I'm a fighter, so I still would have fought, but I definitely would have changed kind of tactics. I was thinking it's in England. Fair enough, it's not his hometown. I think he's in Gloucester, but I mean, make no mistake, I'm the away fighter here. So my whole game plan was just get near him, let the hands go. And try and get him out there, try and force a stoppage, because I mean, I don't trust these judges who fucking, if it does go the distance, And then then any time we got close, he was just holding me, tying me up. The ref was inclined just to let him hang on to me, which is the frustrating thing. And I've learned that now, obviously from that fight and the Mckenna fight, that the judges in England, like, they're different to the American judges and the refs. They're different to the Australian refs and like American. Like in Australia, if you're holding, stop holding, man. Stop holding, get off him. I'm gonna take the points. It's strict. So inside the point, you can rumble in there a lot more. I notice in England, like, it's a lot of time they just grab hold of you and wait for the ref to break it. Whereas, it doesn't really have that the same concept of infighting,
Yeah. So obviously last year you were very busy, you had 4 fights, and you got back into winning ways, and then you had the Tyrone Mckenna fight. What's your reflection looking back at that now, like, seeing as he's gone on to the golden contract and etc. like, what's your reflection now on that fight?
Yeah, it was a good fight, man. How did you score it?
I thought the cards were a bit wide. I thought it was a competitive fight. I probably had thrown up about 2-3 rounds, but I didn't think he won every single round like some of the judges had. Some of the judges had him very far ahead, but I thought even the rounds that he won, I thought each round was very competitive.
Yeah, that's it. It was a competitive fight, It was a good fight. It was again, like, a lot of rounds. I think it's like, what are you scoring? Are you scoring the guy who's landing the more kind of pitter-patter shots of the guy who's landing the more meaningful blows? But again, looking back on that fight, I would have fought Tyrone different. I think that was playing in the back of my mind again. Okay, I'm going into his hometown. Again, I'm the away fighter. I gotta bring the fight to him. I gotta and that's not the fighter I am. That ultra aggressive, just come forward at all costs, get near him. I think if I had the opportunity again, I'd play it different. I was just too focused on, like, if this I can't let this go to the cards, man, because it's gonna go against me, and then on round, it's like, fuck, man, it's a slap in the face, I was never gonna.
Declan Geraghty, actually, I run this kind of page with him, but he said he's moving up to 2 weight classes now from super feather, and he actually trains with Tyrone. But he said he would love to fight you, and he actually said that he contacted you about calling you out. Is that right?
Yeah, Declan sent me a message a couple of months back now, saying he was moving up to 140, and he thought it would be a good fight, the two of us. That it would. I was actually a bit shocked. The last time I would have, Declan was like a few weight divisions below, and so he was never really on my radar, But and it was like he must have put a good bit of thought into it, because he was saying, "Oh, we could do it for the Irish title. It would be in Belfast." He was not sure to say what Porsche would have got, But he was, and then he was saying, I wrote back, said 100% I'm up for any fight, but obviously it's got this is prize fight, not pride fight,
Yeah.
If it makes sense money wise, then we can get it on. Obviously everyone knows I don't shy away from fights. Then he said, if you want to get onto MPK to get onto MPK, and I'll get onto MPK and see if they'll put on or something. And I kind of left that at that. He said, I'll get onto MPK in the next 2 weeks if you want to do the same. And I didn't get onto MTK because then I think that was the Friday and Saturday. On the Monday, I got word of fighting the Uzbek gold medalist. So that took me full attention then. And in my mind, if I was not that, like, that's what managers and advisors and stuff are there for, to get on to me about fights. I'm not gonna go hassling them, especially not to a guy who is a couple of weight divisions below me and lost his last fight pretty dramatically. I'm not gonna say, oh, hey, can you make a fight with me and this guy? That's not the way. I don't pick on fighters that are just moving into weights and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I had that fight got made then anyway over in Kazakhstan against the Uzbekistan Olympic gold medalist. So that took me full attention then. And unfortunately, I more or less had a full camp put in for that. Well, not a full camp. I took it on 5 weeks' notice, but a week and a half out from. So I had 1 week of training left, and then 5 weeks. Yeah, that fight got cancelled obviously with the whole coronavirus thing. Well, postponed. I'm told as soon as this blows over, that's back on the cards. So that's kind of where I'm at the moment.
Yeah. Were you kind of surprised because Declan obviously his last fight was super featherweight, and are you surprised that he'd want to fight you straight away?
I was just surprised at the whole thing because obviously when there's fighters, in your weight, they're kind of on your radar. You know what I mean? You're always kind of looking at them. I never looked at him as a potential opponent because he was always a lot lighter.
Yeah.
So I was shocked in that sense, but he's always showed he's got a big set of cojones. He always wants to fight. So in that sense, I wasn't really,
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm gonna play me manager hat now, like that go was with the Irish time, we'll do it in Belfast. Now, I would say my advice is they take a fight or two at the weight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jumping up, seeking you handle it, seeking you handle the weight. It's all well and good in between fights, in between camps, like blowing up. Fuck, I could go up to 80 kilos if I wanted. For me, chip is an each chip, but that doesn't mean you're solid. It doesn't mean you're able to give and exchange punches off someone that's naturally a lot bigger,
Yeah.
But it's a ballsy move by him, man. And we'll see how it plays out in the future. Who knows,
Yeah.
I mean, God willing, this fight at the minute, Australia, we've already flattened the curve. I think 2 weeks, and Kazakhstan. I think as soon as they got word, they kind of shut that border straight away. So they're doing all right as well. So hopefully, God willing, when this does all blow over, this fight gets done again, and I go over there and shock the world against this gold medalist. He's definitely beatable, man. I don't know if you watched any of them, but I really fancy my chances against.
Yeah. And then you'd be in a prime position then if you beat him. Is there a ranking belt on the line, or was there? Sorry.
There wasn't. No, there was. It was just an 8-rounder. But if they want to do 10 rounds, they want to do 12 rounds. Let's do it. You know what I mean? Now a lot of promoters are going to be more inclined to push for them big fights. The way we're kind of after losing 6 months now, innit? They want to. He's not getting any younger. They want to start moving him along. Then let's just turn this into a 12-rounder, man.
Mm-hmm.
15 rounds, not easy. The longer the better.
Do you have any message to send people at home during this pandemic, or?
Nah, just stay safe, man. Follow the guidelines. Do what you got to do. They're telling you to stay in or stay. Don't go more than 2 kilometers. They're saying it for a reason, Try and stay healthy and exercise whatever way you can, because that's the best for lifting your mood and keeping you sane. And as for me, I'm still training every day. I'm putting the work in. I know I got a good. I'm 31 years old now. I got 3 more good years left, and I'm trying as hard as ever before to try and make it a memorable last little jaunt, you know. I'm after moving the long time trainer here in Australia. I was waiting for like 5 years. I'm after moving my strength and conditioning. So 2020, they're going to see a new and improved Darragh Super Foley, and yeah, like that, the clock's ticking. You know, I know this is these are going to be the twilight years of my career, and I plan on looking for the biggest and the best fights, back to back to back to back, and just seeing how far it can go. You know, hopefully leaving a good legacy in this sport.
Yeah. Right, well, thanks very much for your time, Darragh, and hope you stay safe the rest of this pandemic, yeah?
No worries. Okay. So, no worries, Kieran.
Alright.
Thanks for your time, mate, and I'm sure I'll be speaking to you again in the future.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks very much again, Darragh. Thanks.
God bless.